What's the difference between throughout and until? Well, until means waiting for something that is at the end of something. So for example, if you were to do something throughout a certain event, you would describe the event itself. Let me write an example for you. I drank water throughout the day. However, until is used for the end of that event. For example, I drank water until nighttime. So they can be used in very similar sentences, but they just refer to slightly different things. Till being sort of till then, till nighttime, till tomorrow, until next time, for example. I'll be watching a Vox stream until 12 a.m. Very good. Hopefully that answers your question. Can I ask why we use past tense here? Well, you can use tenses wherever it is appropriate. If you wanted to use any tense, let's take I drank water throughout the day, which is past tense. Then the following, present tense, I drink water throughout the day, referring to any day around now. Or you could potentially say, I have been drinking water throughout the day, which refers to the past, but it implies that you still are. So it is both past and present in a way. Then future tense, I will drink water throughout the day. So let's break down tenses a little bit. Tenses are your weakness. That's interesting. Okay, because I think tenses are just fine to understand. I can definitely see what I can do to teach you a little bit. Tenses just change the way you write single words, and they sometimes change the way you lay out a sentence just a little bit. Let's write a sentence, and then let's convert it into all the different tenses. Okay? So, past. I loved my kindred. The main thing from past tense is this, the ed at the end of a verb. If you love something in the past, you loved it. If you want something in the past but don't anymore, you wanted it. There are some differences. For example, the most annoying of them being thought. Thought is a very nasty word, right? Thought means the past tense of think, but it's also a noun describing a idea or thought you have had. So this can get very confusing. Let's say, for example, I thought I loved apple juice. Just for example, I thought I loved apple juice. In the present tense, it would be I think I love apple juice. And then for the future, you would add something else. I think I will love apple juice. Will is the best tool you have to use the future tense. This will happen, or this is going to happen. All you have to do is add will beforehand, and in most situations, that makes it future tense. Not always, and I'm not an expert on all the different ways that you could use tenses, but this I think is a good general rule. Okay? What's the difference between will and going to? There's not much of a difference, really. Will is just shorter. So this is all future tense, right? I will fight in a war versus I am going to fight in a war. Both of these things do quite literally mean exactly the same thing. However, I will fight in a war, it tends to be a little bit more vague, right? It's slightly less formal because it could refer to any time. I will could mean one day I will fight in a war, and then another I'm going to might mean I am going right now to fight in a war. Understand? Going to feels like it has a bit more action to it. It's sort of I'm going to do this right now. Whereas I will tends to mean more of a vague idea. So going to is a bit more formal, but they both are perfectly usable in multiple contexts. So there's no real need to worry. Whichever one feels right to you is probably going to be okay. See? Is probably going to be okay? Probably will be okay? Both of those are fine. Both of those make perfect sense. Will comes from the word willing. So will means want to do. If you have the will, it's more of a noun really, the will to fight. If you have the will to fight on, then that's your desire, it's something that you want. And if you are willing, it means that you're ready to do something. If you're willing, then that means I am willing to fight a war. I'm willing to do this. Willing can mean all right, if you say so. Sure, I'll do it. Or it could mean I'm really willing as a verb. I have been willing to get to do this thing. And therefore, if you say, I will do this, you're essentially saying that you will to do something. But it's become shorter over time. Always willing to watch your streams? Very good. That's a good word. I always get confused about when to use can and could. Could is more polite, but my cram school teacher says it feels more distant. That is very confusing, but I'll try to help you, okay? So can usually means, let's say, I can do it. Can is very sure. It's certain. It's absolute. If you say, I can do it, then you're certain, you're absolute. I can do this. You know for a fact that you can do something. Whereas could means I can maybe do it. Could is a lot more uncertain. If you're saying you could do it, then you are either saying that you want to do it but don't know if you can for sure, or you can do it but you don't know if you want to. It's like 80% sure. That's quite fitting. If someone says, can you help me with my garden? And you say, I can do that. That basically means, yes, I would be happy to help. Whereas I could is more like, well, yeah, I could, but I don't really want to. And sometimes could can be a little bit more distant, right, in that sort of a context. Now, there's another context for both of these, is if you're asking people, right? So, for example, if you're asking someone, can you do something for me? Or could you do something for me? These two are pretty much the exact same. There's not a lot that really separates these two, but I think that could you do something for me is a little bit more correct. Can you do something for me, I think, is a bit more forceful. Can you do this? Can you do that? In some cases, you might be asking, do they have the ability? For example, can you lift these weights? Or could you lift these weights? It's strange because could you lift these weights sounds a bit nicer, whereas can you lift these weights sounds more like a challenge. Hey mate, can you lift those weights? It's a bit more of a challenge. Could you lift those weights is more like you're genuinely asking. So again, it is a bit of a confusing difference, but to reassure you, I don't think that you're going to run into much issue if you get these words mixed up sometimes. The more native you become, the more time you spend speaking English, the more aware you're going to become of how to use these words right. And no one is going to be offended by the difference between can and could. So do your best, and eventually the right sentences and the right situations to use each word will start to become more clear. You have the room to learn, I promise. There is no accidentally causing offense with either of these.